Hello. Um, Thank you for coming in. I will be right with you here in just a second. Um, you're here for financial consultation, correct? Okay, perfect, perfect. Yeah, I have you down for 4:30, and it's a little bit before then, but we'll get started here in just a second. I'll be able to finish this up. All right, thank you. All right, it's 50 shares of Amazon client purchased. Okay, well, thank you for being patient there with me. I appreciate it. It's been crazy couple weeks, a couple months really, with coronavirus and things like that. So my name is Chris. I'm a chartered retirement planning counselor. I help people achieve their retirement goals. And so tell me what brought you in today? Okay. Yeah, so you heard about me through my client Alex. You're friends with him? Great, great. Yeah, Alex is a great guy. He's been a good client for a long time. So, are you currently working with a financial planner? No? Okay. What specifically is going on that makes you think you need to work with someone like myself? Okay, you're getting close to retirement, and you're just unsure about how to go about things and how to structure. Okay. What do you do for work? Okay, you're an engineer. Great. That's probably a very difficult job. Well, what we'll do today, it's really all about finding out really two things. One, can I help you? And two, do you want that help? And today I'll ask you some financial questions, take some notes, maybe show you a couple strategies, and if everything looks good, I'll go over the fee structure, what you can expect from me as your financial advisor, and just what the next steps would be to get started. So does that sound okay? Does that sound fair? Okay, wonderful. Well, the company I work for has been in business for over 100 years, and I won't bore you with all of that data, but I have my Series 7 license, my Series 66 license, my 215 insurance license, and I also have, like I told you earlier, my CRPC, which stands for Chartered Retirement Planning Counselor. And that just means that I specialize in building retirement plans, Social Security benefits, Medicare, and all of that boring stuff. So, but let's go ahead and let's start with some information about you, if that's okay. I'm going to move my keyboard here. And I would just like to get a sense of where you're at financially to see if I can help you. So you said your name is John? Okay, and John, how old are you now? Okay, 56. And are you married? Do you have kids? No, okay. All right. And when would you like to retire? If you're 56 now, do Do you have a date picked out? Okay, somewhere between 60 and 65. Okay, you're wondering what I'm going to tell you if you can retire. Okay, I understand. All right, and how much is your annual income right now? $125,000. Okay. All right, so John, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through your assets on this side, and I'm going to go through any liabilities that you have on this side to get an accurate picture of your financial situation. From there, I can make a few recommendations to you, and it'll give me a better idea about if I can actually help you or not. So, does that sound okay? Great, thank you. So John, what is the value of your home right now? 300,000? Okay. And do you still owe anything on the home? You do, okay, so you owe 80,000. And you said a 30-year fixed mortgage? Okay. What is the current interest rate on the mortgage? 5%, okay. Now, have you ever thought about refinancing your mortgage? Okay. I'll put that down as a point you want to talk about. Okay. Do you own a car, or do you lease? Okay, you own your car. Do you owe anything on it? No. Okay, good. John, what do you typically keep roughly in your checking and savings account? Okay. Wow. So you have 100,000 in savings from a property you sold. Okay. What type of interest is the bank paying you on that savings account? Yeah, probably nothing, right? Okay. So I'm gonna put less than 1%. Okay. Do you have any money markets or CDs? No. No. Okay. All right. What about a 401k at work? Okay, perfect. And who currently manages the 401k? Like Fidelity, Charles Schwab, Transamerica, okay, Mass Mutual. And what is the balance in the 401k? $500,000, okay. And what percentage of your income are you saving into the 401k? Okay, good. And do you know how the 401k has performed recently? Okay, so not good. Why do you think that is? Okay. And in the 401k, have you been picking all of the investments inside of there? Okay, gotcha. Perfect. Okay. So John, any IRAs or Roth IRAs? Okay, so one Roth IRA at Charles Schwab. Okay. Any rental properties? No. Okay. All right. John, any credit card debt? Okay, you do have some credit card debt. Okay. How much and how many cards is it? Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Turn off my audio there. Okay. So 15,000 and on 5 different credit cards. Is there a reason you have 5 different credit cards? Okay. So you're trying to get the points. Gotcha. How long have you been carrying this credit card debt? Okay. 7 months. Wow, okay. John, do you get a tax refund at the end of the year? Okay. About 4,000. And at the end of the month, once you've paid all of your bills, do you feel like you have money left over to save if you wanted to? Okay. How much a month do you think? Okay, about 1,500. Okay. John, do you have any life insurance or long-term care insurance? Okay, no life insurance because you're not married, you don't have kids, okay? So put a no there, but no long-term care insurance either. And is that a concern of yours? Okay. Definitely something we can talk about. Well, John, looking at your situation here, I would say that you've done a pretty good job. I mean, you make a good income, $125,000 a year. You've got a significant amount in savings, $100,000, and you've saved up a nice amount in your 401k at $500,000. So those are all very positive signs. What concerns me is obviously this $100,000 that you have in savings is not really earning you any interest, and then your 401k, which is a majority of your assets, is severely underperforming right now. So that is something that jumps out at me. And then the credit card debt over here, 15,000, there's really no reason for you to be carrying that debt with the amount of money that you have currently in savings. I'm all for credit card points, but it doesn't make sense to be paying interest on this card here. So overall, not bad, but I definitely think there's room for improvement. So would you agree with me? Yeah, for sure. So let me show you a couple strategies that I think I might be able to help you. So, John, the IRS allows you to save money really in 3 different buckets. And this bucket over here to the left, this is your pre-tax tax-deferred bucket. So these are things like your 401k. When you go to retire, you can roll your 401k to an IRA, tax-free and without penalty. If you have a pension, that also goes in this bucket here. Now, John, when you get to retirement and you take money out of this bucket, the IRS is going to tax you 100% at your ordinary income tax rate. So if you get to retirement and you take out, let's say, $100,000 from your 401k, the government's going to tax you as if you made $100,000. And that's what the pre-tax, tax-deferred means. You never pay taxes on this money. It grew over the last 20, 30 years while you've been working. And now when you get to retirement, the government is going to make sure that they get their cut. So that's that. That's the first bucket. The second bucket is after-tax money. And it's taxed each year. And this would be things like your checking and your savings account. And at the end of the year, the bank should send you a 1099 saying, hey, John, you made, $500 in interest on your savings account. You need to pay taxes on that interest income. The bottom half of this bucket is really what we call in the industry a non-qualified brokerage account. And this could be stocks, bonds, mutual funds, really any other investment. It's just not technically considered a retirement account by the IRS. And the taxes you pay on this are capital gains. And you can either have a short-term or a long-term capital gain, depending on how long you've held the asset. So, as you can see, in my handwriting, upside down is a little bit childish, but pre-tax, tax-deferred bucket, retirement assets. This is more of your cash savings. So the top bucket up here is where I like to try and get my clients to save some of their money. It's really a hybrid of the bottom two buckets. It's after-tax money. It grows tax-deferred. And when you take it out in retirement, this bucket is 100% tax-free, which is good. So, John, do you have any idea what might go in this bucket here? No? That's okay. Have you heard of a Roth IRA? Yeah, right? So the Roth IRA is a big one that goes in here. Sometimes there are forms of cash value, life insurance that could go in this bucket. You also have some alternative investments. Muni bonds can go in here. There's a lot that goes in this bucket. It just depends on if it's appropriate for you. So when I think about retirement, I think that retirement is like a three-legged stool. You want to have each leg of the stool to be able to have a stable retirement. So when you get to retirement, we got to figure out how much money do we need to pull from each of these buckets to get you the retirement assets you want, along with what you're going to get from Social Security. Does that make sense? Okay, perfect. Do you feel like this is a strategy that could potentially help you? Sure. Yeah, I think so. I know you're 56, but maybe if we focus some of the next couple years on getting some assets into this top bucket, it could make a big difference over the course of your retirement. It's just something we're going to have to look at as we go through this process. Okay, perfect. Well, that's what I wanted to show you. John, at this point, do you have any other questions for me? Okay. Yeah, that's a great question. So the fee for my services really depends on if we're managing any assets here. Normally, for the amount of money that we're talking about, the fee would be 1.25% annually. And that gets broken up over a 12-month period. So your annual management fee is about 0.1% per month. And that comes directly out of the accounts that we're managing here for you. That account does come with unlimited trades. So if we buy and sell Amazon stock 10 times in a day, you're not charged anything extra for that. It also includes all of the retirement strategies and the meetings that we'll have together, organizing this and putting it in place. So, is that something that you'd like to get started with? Okay, great. Yeah, I definitely. I think you've done a good job, but I definitely know I can help your situation. So, what we just need to do now is just get some basic information from you. We'll put it in the system here, and then we'll be able to wrap up for today. Okay. And are you still doing okay on time? Okay. Yeah, we're probably just another 5-10 minutes. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna keep this for my notes because it's got all of your assets and liabilities on here. Okay, great. All right. So let's start with, let me get on the right screen here. Legal first name? Jonathan. Okay. Your address? That's Tampa. Cell phone number for you, John? Okay. And email address? Okay. Let's see here. What is your social security number? And we don't do anything with this information except we have to put you through a database to make sure that there isn't any red flags that pop up for federal laws and things like that. Just like opening up a bank account. So, okay, 594. Okay. All right, and your date of birth. Who is your current employer, John? Okay. And you said $125,000 annual income? Okay. All right. Any dependents that you claim on your taxes? No, okay. Okay. And John, do you have any investment experience other than your 401k and things like that? Okay. Okay. And John, who would you like the beneficiaries of your account to be if something were to happen to you, if you were to pass away or anything like that? Okay. Your sisters? Okay. What are their names? That's Louise, Louise. Okay. Williams. Okay. All right, perfect. John, when it comes to investing, would you say that you are conservative, aggressive, moderate, or somewhere in between there? Okay, so moderate, aggressive. Okay. Okay. And do you want your dividends to be paid in cash, or would you like them to buy more shares of the stocks or funds that we invest in? Okay, you want them to reinvest? Okay. Yeah, I think that that's a good choice, especially when the market drops. It's good to reinvest dividends, so you're buying more shares at a lower share price. When the market gets really high, you can switch the dividends to cash, wait for a pullback, and then you can reinvest some of that cash. Yeah, good. Okay, so let's see here. We've got your risk tolerance, dividends, beneficiaries, investment experience, job, income details, employer address, date of birth, social. Got your contact info, address. Okay, all we need you to do now is just sign the account opening form, and that'll open up your account. You'll be able to log in and see everything, and then I will send you an email with follow-up information for next steps. And I'm very excited to be working with you. Definitely know I'm going to be able to help you, and I really appreciate you coming in today. I'll talk to you soon. Okay, perfect. Thanks, John.